Everyone, and welcome to the PCSS Connection podcast this week. You know, we are in celebration mode around here at the central office because one of our fellow supervisors has earned statewide distinction. That's right. Dr. Diana Wood was recently named the Supervisor of the Year by the Tennessee Department of Education. The honor was presented recently at the annual Excellence in Education celebration held at the Noah Liff Opera Center in Nashville. Dr. Wood, who serves as the pre-K through 4 instructional supervisor for PCSS, was first selected as the district's Supervisor of the Year by school principals, an achievement that positioned her for regional and statewide consideration. With this recognition, she becomes the first supervisor in Putnam County to earn the prestigious statewide honor. And joining us now is the Tennessee Supervisor of the Year, Dr. Diana Wood. Thank you so much for making another stop on your media tour after winning the award. Seriously, though, congratulations. What was it like going to Nashville, being part of that event, and then coming home with an award?
Well, it was very exciting. It was a really nice night in Nashville. It was at the Noah Liff Opera Center. Dr. Melissa Polk was there being honored as well. So yes, we were very fortunate to have 2 from Putnam County. And so, yeah, we received our awards. We got the regional finalist, and then they announced the 3 Grand Division winners for Supervisor of the Year. And then they started reading some things that the winners' colleagues had said. Yeah. And so, anyway, I was just listening. But, yeah, then my name was called. So it was a very exciting night, and we were glad to see Putnam County represented. So. Yeah. First
ever supervisor to win the award, obviously quite a distinction there when you think of all the supervisors that have been working since they've been handing that out. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel very humble because I don't know that I really should have fit in with that category because there were some wonderful leaders there. So it's very humbling, really, and kind of overwhelming, really. But just like I said to our supervisor on our group text that night, you know, we have the best team in Putnam County, and it's really definitely a team effort. There's nothing extraordinary about what we're doing. We're all working together, and we're working hard in our own lanes, and so I share all of this with the Putnam County team for sure.
You know, it's been quite a process because it was a year ago that you were named Supervisor of the Year by the principals here in Putnam County to represent, you know, just to be the Putnam County Schools Supervisor of the Year. Just kind of tell us what that process has been like.
Sure. So I received an application from the state to as the Putnam County representative. So we had some essay questions. We had to make a video, submit some things, resume, those kinds of things. And then I guess they scored all of that, and I was notified that I was a regional semifinalist. So there were some more. There's another part of the application. So more essays, another video, you know, pieces like that. And then we received notification that I was a regional finalist. And so guess what? There was more to do. So more things to do. And then this time, that third round, you know, you had to do a headshot, you had to do a bio, you had to do a resume, you had to do several other things. Yeah. But you also had some essay questions, and we had an interview. And so they video recorded the interview.
Oh, wow.
And I guess they scored that. And then we all were invited to Nashville. Yeah. So, yeah.
So why do you think you got the award?
Well, I think it's reflective of what's going on in Putnam County. Yeah. We really have had some great student outcomes. Our school leaders, our teachers have worked really hard to make sure that students are getting those strong opportunities. So I think when you put all that together, what I hope they saw, it was just reflective of Putnam County and the great work going on in Putnam County. Yeah. And I'm just the fortunate person that gets to lead some of that. So, yeah.
Well, you talk about that because Putnam County was named an exemplary district by the state, first time ever that we've received that honor, one of 14 districts in the state to earn that. We had 9 reward schools, 8 of those being on the elementary side, which you are the K through 4 curriculum instructor. So obviously that reflects what our elementary schools are doing right now, and you've got to be proud of that.
I am very proud of that, and that all of that comes with a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
When I go into schools, into the classrooms, and into the teachers' prep sessions, our school leaders, our principals and assistant principals, our instructional coaches are there, our teachers are there. They're all digging in to the content of what the kids are going to learn the next week or whatever, and
Right.
so they are working hard to make sure that they're using our high-quality instructional materials to the best of their abilities to really give students opportunities to show what they know and continue to progress. And there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into that. It's a lot of hard work. So that sounds really simple, but they really have dug in, and they're doing an excellent job.
Yeah. Here we are. We're closed in on Christmas. We're about to wrap up that second 9 weeks. Halfway through the school year. What do you see, or what do you think we're going to see from an instructional, a curriculum perspective in the next 9 weeks? Is there things that they're obviously we're going to have testing coming up, and that's
Sure.
that's huge. So,
Yes.
so let's just start
Yeah.
there.
Well, they really, in each grade level, no matter what grade level a child's in, they're going to continue to build on what they worked on. So
Right.
their skills will continue to progress. They'll really just solidify the learning for that grade. So that's what we want. We're in elementary school, we're building the groundwork and really building those foundational skills so that when they go to middle school, they're ready, they can continue their learning, and then on into high school and then college, career, workforce, all of those things. So really it's just keep on business as usual. Our teachers are going to keep prepping and keep delivering those strong lessons. And so if you're a child, that's your job when you get to school is to do school. And so just keep working hard. And if we all work hard together, we're going to see some great outcomes again.
Well, we're in like the second to last week before Christmas break. How hard is it for the teachers to keep the kids engaged and just focused on what they're supposed to be doing right now?
A lot of times we say, remember what it was like when you were a child and how excited you are. But yeah, there's lots of excitement, lots of dress up going on in elementary schools. I mean, we kind of feed into that a little bit in elementary school. But they're trying very hard to stay in a routine, but yet still celebrate, the holidays through the eyes of a child, because those are some of the things that the kids are going to remember are those celebrations and those special things. But we get some learning in there as we go too. But yes, the teachers get kudos right now because they are, keeping it all together in the schools. Yeah, for sure.
Now, back to the award. Did you get any kind of a crown or anything? Did you get to make a...
I got a plaque.
You got a plaque?
And I actually got a little name tag. I'm not sure where I'll wear that.
Okay.
That says, my name and Supervisor
You could just
of the year.
wear it around here.
I guess I should probably just start wearing it to work. Maybe at home. I don't know. But
is Dr. Kim going to take you on a cruise or to Hawaii, just to kind of celebrate, as a reward?
We haven't planned that yet, but I think that's a great idea. I'll tell him that you suggested it. I think it's a super idea. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on winning the award, and it's very well deserved. And like you said, it is kind of reflective. 2 years ago, Tina Francis was named the Principal of the Year for the state. Dr. Melissa Polk was a regional finalist this year. Got to go to the dinner, and we had our fingers crossed that she was going to be the Principal of the Year.
She was my pick for sure, because anybody that knows Dr. Polk knows that she is truly a leader among leaders in our district. She is fantastic. So,
and we'll just continue to see. We have the school grades coming out soon.
Letter grades.
So we're looking forward to that and celebrating some more. It's just been a great half year of celebration so far.
It really has. And, I certainly don't want anybody to think that we're too fixated on all of these test scores. It's really about when our kids score well, that means that they are truly prepared.
Yes.
And that's what we want for them. It's for their life. It's not just for the next grade, and it's not just for TCAP. It's for their life. And so that's what we're after.
Well, thank you for all that you do. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we are continuing to recognize outstanding educators as we have Derek Zachary, who is our PCSS Elementary School Teacher of the Year. Congratulations. And I'll tell you what, I thought it was so awesome. We come into the gym, the prize patrol does, and you're there with doing the chicken dance in the gym.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta
It's
say,
chicken
that
dance.
was the first. That was the first.
It was funny because dance is not my thing.
Yeah.
And it just so happened some of my colleagues said you were doing the chicken dance. So it was funny to get that. But
And the headset microphone, that looked good, man. You had a little dark stuff going on right there.
I normally get the Backstreet Boys or something. Yeah.
So to be named the elementary school teacher of the year for Putnam County, what kind of an honor is that for you?
You know, it's one of those amazing honors that I've got a lot of. You know, I've got to do a lot of things, but that's one of those that I feel recognized as a teacher because we're in Encore and in physical education and don't always get that recognition and my staff voted me in and then got through the interview process, but it was an amazing experience. It was one of them that I didn't expect. I really appreciated it. So it made me feel that my staff supports me what I do and they look at me as a teacher just the same pedestal as they are. So
well, I think it's interesting to note that as a PE teacher, you don't just roll the ball out there and say let the kids occupy themselves for a half hour or whatever. I mean, you have structured activities. There are things, there's skills, there's things that they're expected to learn, and I mean, you don't even play dodgeball for crying out loud. I mean, come on, what PE teacher doesn't even play dodgeball?
Well, it's one of those things where getting over the stereotypes the hard part.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time, especially here in Putnam County, making sure that we're beating that stereotype.
Yeah.
And we're making sure that our kids are getting the education that they need physically, so they're ready for going outside, whatever they choose to do.
Yeah. And, looking at your resume, I think that was one of the things that stood out, being on the committee that helped selected the Teacher of the Year. Very impressive. You have a long list of accomplishments of just leadership skills and experience. And, a lot of people may not, again, overcoming the stereotype of, you were supposed to present at the school board, but you were gone to conference. I mean,
right.
you go to conferences and you present, and you speak, and you do all these things, and it seems like you really enjoy your job.
I do. It's one of those that I love what I do, and I love to keep learning. I don't want to get stale because I want to keep bringing new stuff back to kids. I want to. And then I want not only bring it to my kids, but I want to share with other people so that they can share with their kids. So it just spreads out over and over. So,
I guess one of the things your principal, Dr. Melissa Polk, she presented what you're doing as far as teaching kids how to ride a bike.
Right.
Talk a little bit about that program.
All kids or Bikes in the School program, it's a phenomenal program. It's one that I got on board with it, and I absolutely loved it because I saw the need, and I saw the growth in kids because we go from anywhere from just a handful of kids being able to actually pedal a bike and take off riding to probably 95% of the kids. By the end of it, they're just pedaling away, going through the gym. And it's one of those things. It's like parents will come say, "We've been trying to get them ride a bike, and we do that because we incorporate the balance part of it. Sure. That's how I can justify it in my curriculum. Mm-hmm. And I know that using that's a skill that they need, and a lot of kids don't have that skill, and they struggle with that because they don't have. Not saying they don't have a safe environment, but our wood floors are kind of a lot softer than the parking lots and gravels and things like that. And if they fall down, they get right back up, and then they go with that. So it's the program. We start with kindergarten first, and then we teach their strider bikes. They have no pedals whatsoever on them. They learn to balance, and then they learn to glide. Once they learn that glide process, then about a week we put pedals on them.
Yeah.
They still gliding. They get their feet on the pedals, and then you can see that light just blink.
Yeah.
You can just see it go off. It's like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
And they realize that they can do it. And then once we go from that, we go a step beyond. where we've got kick scooters for older kids because the bikes are way too small for my second, third, and fourth, so we only do it K1. But we got kick scooters. We were able to save some money up, get those, and the kids are doing those through the gym. And some of them have them, some of them don't, and it's the balance part of it's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's great, and you do it right here leading up to Christmas. So when kids learn how to ride a bike, that's something they can ask for is a bike for Christmas.
Yeah, sometimes I do it. I'll do it sometimes before Christmas, and sometimes I do it right before the end of the year, so they have something to do in the summer to keep them going. So it varies on the year. Like I'll alternate years when I do it. So it keeps local stores stocked up with bikes so they don't get overrun with them.
Now, where are you from originally?
I'm from Pickett County.
Okay.
So on Del Holla, I stayed. I was up there until I got a job, and then lived there for a little bit longer, and then we we live in Rickman right now. So.
Did you go to Pickett County High School?
I did.
Okay. And did you go to Tennessee Tech?
I did. I went to Tennessee Tech. I got my undergrad. And then I had the opportunity to be a grad assistant. And then as I was a grad assistant, I got to get my master's at Tennessee Tech in physical education. So everybody goes, you didn't go instructional leadership, or you didn't go. I'm like, no, I really didn't want to. I didn't want that route. I wanted to be kind of where I was at there. Yeah. And then I got a job. Well, couldn't find a job right out, so I went to work for the chicken factory for a little while because I just got married. And worked there, got my first job, stayed there 18 years, and then I was fortunate to get to come to Putnam County and work with K4, and I love it every day. So,
now tell us a bit about your family.
I've been married. This will be coming 22 years in June.
Congratulations.
And then I have 7 kids.
Wow!
So
you got your own PE department, right?
I do. They range from 18 to fixed to turn. My youngest fixed to turn 3, so I don't see retirement anytime in my future. So don't really have time for hobbies. So it's
I guess not. Yeah.
But it's they're awesome.
Between the chicken dancing and the riding the bikes, those are pretty good hobbies that you do at school.
Yeah, tired by the end of the day, and then wrangle 7 more at home. So it's fun. There's always something going on, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So
Derek Zachary, our elementary school teacher of the year from Northeast Elementary. Congratulations, and are you looking forward to the Christmas break?
I am. It's always a great time just to kind of recharge for a little bit, recover, and come back into the winter season. Get a few snow days here and there, but for the most part, I'm looking forward to it. Just spend some time at home with family.
All right. Well, congratulations again. Thanks for being with us.
All right, appreciate it.
And it's time now for our student spotlight with Madden Gladdin as she sits down with Abby Brown and Landon Earnest from Upperman High School. Is here to tell us something pretty unique about their school.
Okay. Hey guys, today I'm here with Abby Brown and Landon Earnest, who are both students at Upperman High School. They are currently trying to make Upperman a part of the Jostens Renaissance program. Do you guys want to tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, the Jostens Renaissance program is kind of like a club, and it's led from a team of faculty members from the school system. And they also representatives from the school, both students and teachers, go to conventions around the nation. They're held in different places every year. And they basically each tell everyone their problems in their school. You can talk to schools from Wyoming, you can talk to schools from California, schools all over the nation to see what their problems are, and also what they've done to fix those problems to find the best solution for your school.
Yeah, like Abby said, it's kind of structured like a club. So they have like a national convention. So this year, our principal, Justin Campbell, he went to, I think it was San Diego, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, San Diego, California, and he went there, and it was just him, and he just kind of explored and was really checking to see what this Renaissance program was like, because we hadn't started it here at Upperman yet. So And like Abby said, it's a really cool thing because say some schools are having problem with spirit or pep, so they would get together with other schools and other groups of students who were having really good and successful amounts of pep, and they would share some solutions and see how they could fix those problems and some more ideas that they can install in their school. So it's a really cool thing to really improve your school because what some people might be struggling with, some people might be doing really great with.
Yeah, and I had never heard of this program until I was at the school board meeting that you guys had presented at this last week. And I heard that you guys were doing a few little projects to kind of bring up school spirit and morale and everything. Do you want to tell us a little bit about like what those are?
Yeah, sure. So at the beginning of school, the first days, as all of us students were walking in, if you looked down at the sidewalk chalk, or at the sidewalk, I mean, you would see so many inspirational messages and just messages of encouragement, and really it kind of brightened my mood in the morning. I mean, first day of school, everyone's like, darn it, summer's over, like why can't I sleep in anymore? And I look down and I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So that was just one little thing that the teachers got together and drew on there the following day or the day before that school started. And another program that we are wanting to issue, what was it, we're starting it next year. Oh, it's the lobby.
Oh, yes.
So, do you want to tell them that one?
Okay.
That's a big one. So we're looking into redesigning our front lobby to make it more comfortable and to make it a place where all the students can hang out together, because right now it's very formal. There's one or two benches that are very cold, and it's just not very, yeah, they're cold and they're hard. They're not very nice to sit on right now. But Mr. Campbell saw the problem in our school right now, which is it's not really a problem, but there's a lot of people walking the hallways, not necessarily during class, but before school starts from 7:45 to 8, and then in between classes, obviously going to their class. But they're just socializing, and he wanted to make a place where students can go and hang out together. That's in the center of our school. Our front lobby is in the center of the 3 hallways, so everyone can get to their school or to get to their classes on time.
Yeah, I think that's awesome because it is like that first impression you get of a school is walking in and having that lobby. And I know even at like Cookeville, I guess like it's kind of the same vibe right now. It's just kind of you walk in and it's just school front office.
Yes.
So I think it'd be awesome for you guys to get that front lobby to where kids are going to want to sit there and like enjoy each other's presence.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're wanting to turn our school's lobby into an actual lobby, like a lounge for people that actually want to be in. Because right now, whenever I walk in there, the only thing I'm doing is either walking to the office or walking to the library, because like she said, there's 2 benches there, and the only time I've ever seen anyone sit on those was like a Veterans Day program whenever a retired veteran couldn't stand long enough, so they had to sit there, and I'm like, it's very unwelcoming. And so first impressions is a really, really big thing for me.
That's a big deal.
So that would just be very welcoming and inviting for people and guests, and maybe possibly say a new student's coming to Upperman to see, hey, maybe I want to go to the school. That would possibly change the decision and make them want to come there more.
Yeah, and I think also, I know we might have talked about it at the school board meeting a little bit, the phone policy kind of going into all this. I think that with students being on their phones less, like I know we've already seen so much progress with this phone policy, but I think that would really be one of those things that does help students connect, and honestly even just connect with the school. Like
Absolutely, because like used to before or in between classes or right before one would start, like I mean it was a natural thing for everyone to get on their phones and just check the newest Instagram reel or whatever. And now whenever I walk through the halls or in between class changes, I see so much more communication, and that's just a really, really good thing. Initially, I wasn't completely on board with the phone ban, but now my opinion has definitely changed.
Yeah, I think most people's have. I know mine has. At the beginning, it was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not going to be able to have my phone. But I actually enjoy like having that time away from my phone, and then like I've met so many new people this year, which I'm sure the phone policy has been a big part of that. So, is there like, do you have students like underclassmen that are involved in this kind of stuff? Because I know you guys are upperclassmen. I just like, do you have kids that are going to keep carrying on like this program when you guys leave?
So part of what makes the lobby part a Renaissance program is the fact that we're bringing students in to help with it. So one of the big things is that we have different classes that are taking part in this. Like the construction class already measured out the lobby, took all the measurements for it. We are or Miss Key's FACS classes, Family and Consumer Science classes, are partnering with Tennessee Tech College of Interior Design.
Oh, that's awesome.
To go over there and learn how to design learn how to design spaces so that they can help with this process too.
That's awesome.
And that's probably my favorite part of it because I'm in Miss Key's class.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure like even though you guys are kind of getting it all started, that lobby process, but it's not, I guess, full in swing yet, but you're still already seeing so much being accomplished and already kind of seeing the progress you wanted to be made. Are you seeing that anywhere else as far as like, I know you mentioned the chalk at the front of the school. Are you seeing a lot more participation and stuff like that?
100%. So one of the biggest things that the Renaissance program has changed was homecoming this year. So they completely redid the way that Upperman High School's homecoming is. And it used to be, okay, it had a theme. You might have a few dress-up days, and then you might a couple teachers would want to be extra and decorate their door frames or something. But other than that, like if you walked in during like Spirit Week or during Homecoming Week, I didn't see much change. And now, like I didn't have to come in whatsoever because I was doing vital and work-based and dual enrollment through Spirit Week, but I was there every single day helping decorate and being part of it because it was really, really fun. And throughout my entire high school and middle school career, I've never seen anything like that with as much student participation. So that's one of the main things about this Renaissance program is there is a huge amount of cooperation between teachers and between students, and it's bringing them together, unifying them to work together to make school a better place, and that's what I love about it so much.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome, and I think like getting that connection between the students and the teachers is going to do so much for the school.
Absolutely.
Yes. At the end of the day, each day that week, we had 1 hour to work on floats, to work on doors, to work on hallways, and there were different teachers that were assigned to each grade as our advisors. And the teachers and the students, we all had meetings to work together to put together our hallways, to put together our themes. And I just love seeing, if you walk through Upperman during that hour, there was people everywhere, people outside working on floats, people walking through the hallway. There was paper everywhere, the walls were covered in paper all the way down. It was just insane. I mean, honestly, just like Landon said, I'd never seen anything like it when we were at high school.
Like the pep rally, used to before when we had pep rallies, they were boring. I like to be blunt. I genuinely hated them because there was no spirit. Everyone was on their phones. Yes. Everyone was ready for it to be done. I mean, and I felt like the only thing we did was we announced the fall sports, or if it was the homecoming in the spring, then we announced the spring sports. And with that, that's all we did. And we might have heard some things from Coach Kane about the football game, which is great. But that's pretty much all we did. I mean, like the cheerleaders did something, and the band did something, and it was like that. And now there were so many competitions, even in the pep rally. I mean, if I could have got a picture. If I have my phone, but if I could have got a picture of everyone cheering for their own grade and everyone being unified by that, it was just, I would love to show it to everyone because it was amazing.
They gave out bed sheets for each grade, a bed sheet for each grade, and you had to decorate your class flag. And then we were up there in the stands holding that flag up, waving it, yelling.
Oh my gosh.
They gave us extra points for teachers competing with us. Extra points for teachers completing with us. Think like wheelbarrow race with your teachers. That's what was happening. It was so funny.
That sounds like so much fun. I know, and I'm really hoping that like the further you guys get with this program, more high schools are going to want to do this, and not even just high schools, but every school in Putnam County is going to want to do this because as far as I know, you guys Upperman's the only school that's really a part of this program. So I think like once everybody kind of sees what you guys are doing and sees the progress that Upperman's having, that it's really going to boost like all of Putnam County schools. And I know like even just Cookeville is already kind of starting to get in that. Like we updated our pep rallies a lot this year where we're doing more games and stuff. And yeah, I know what you were talking about pep rallies were like the worst thing to go to, and especially upperclassmen always just left.
Yes.
So like if they could, they just left the building. And I think like the numbers this year at pep rallies at Upperman and Cookeville were both way higher than they have been, which is awesome. So yeah.
Absolutely.
I know we had talked about the lunch karaoke a little bit. If you wanted to touch base on that and tell us about it.
This wasn't really supposed to be on the script, and I one day, we both have dual enrollment classes, so we're never here for lunch. We're never here for lunch. And I don't even think they know we're going to talk about this, but I was walking by the lunchroom, and I hear music, and I was like, why is there music so loud? And I look in the lunchroom on my way out, and there's Miss Koblitz, our assistant principal, with a giant speaker like this tall, and she's got her mic, and she's singing, and there's people up there dancing with her. And I was like, when did they start this?
What's happening?
Because I would have loved that as a freshman. I would have thought that was the funniest thing ever. But I mean, since we can't have our phones at lunch, I guess she was trying to do something fun at lunch.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it worked out.
It seemed like
Sounds
fun.
like it worked.
Seemed like fun. Yeah. So shout out to Miss Copeland. that was good.
That sounds like so much fun. We need everybody to start doing that because I'm a karaoke fan personally. Are you guys ready for Christmas break? Because I know I am.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
My schedule has been so busy between
Oh, yeah.
beta and working
Yes.
and just fall everything. So I'm definitely ready for that break. I'm ready to be
know.
sleeping in more, ready to not wake up and be like, oh. So
Man, what's on today's
Yeah, for real.
Be over,
Oh,
ready for
yes.
finals to be
I
over.
know. I'm finally like, the college classes are settling
Yes,
down, and
I
I'm
agree.
like, thank the Lord, because
I just finished 2 finals this week for college.
Yes.
So
We just finished communications, and then I've got one
me
tonight.
too. Oh my gosh, my communications class ended yesterday.
Really?
I'm
Ours
just-
ended on Monday.
Yeah, so I'm done. I think I'm
Me
done with
too.
all my finals
Really?
for college at least,
Awesome.
but
Well, one thing that you mentioned, like, was there underclassmen that are, like, prepared to take this on? So, some of you might not know this, but every single high school in the Putnam County has a student advisory committee. So at Upperman, there are 2 members from each grade level. So me and Abby are the 12th grade members for this, and we came to the school board meeting and we presented the Jostens Renaissance project. And if you want to look at this, you can go to jostensrenaissance.com. And you can look at what all it's about. And then, so after we're gone, the student advisory committee, like the 11th graders, they'll be 12th graders, and they'll bring in some more members. And some of the things we've done in those meetings is we go through the school board meeting agenda, and we basically voice our opinions. And I think that's another thing that's really good is, like, the school board, they're adults, like they might be parents or whatever of members, but they're not students. Like they're the ones that make the big decisions, but they're not students, so they don't know exactly what we're thinking. And I really love that because they're getting student input from that as well. Like, for example, the metal detectors. So I really enjoyed just because that's a huge thing, bringing those into a school. And so I really enjoyed being able to voice my opinion and express how I thought about them doing something that's so almost intruding, so just very important and kind of life-altering with that.
Yeah.
Just walking into school every day and having to go through a metal detector. So I really enjoyed being able, or knowing that my voice was being heard.
yeah. And I feel like that's a good point for like all the schools. I know that especially like Corby King has been very, I guess, open to hearing everybody's opinions, especially students, and I feel like it has really progressed this year. I know that they were always open to things, but this year especially, I feel like they've made it an important part, or an important point to make sure that all the students are heard. So I think that's a really good point.
Because I've told people about the student advisory board.
Yeah.
And then they've come to me and told me things that they want me to talk about at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really cool thing because, I mean, me and Landon, we can tell them our concerns, but the concerns for everybody need to be heard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when people come to us, it's good that we can be like a liaison and speak on behalf of the student body or on behalf of the senior class
Yeah.
to the administrators and everything.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. Like making sure that the students know that there's people they can always go to voice their opinions.
Absolutely.
So, I think that's all I have for you guys today. If there's anything else you want to add,
That's
I
it.
feel like we went over everything. So thank you guys so much for being here with me
you for
today.
having us.
I really enjoyed hearing all about it, and I'm hoping that all the schools in Putnam County and even further in the future become a part of this program, because I think it's awesome. And what
100%.
you guys are doing is awesome. So
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
And that's going to do it for this week's PCSS Connection podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out other episodes on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And as we wrap up this show, we got a little holiday cheer for you from the Upperman High Chorus Concert. God bless everybody and have a great week.